Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I want to give double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, the men that taught us the truth, this 100% truth, the true way of worshiping the Heavenly Father and His Son. I want to say peace and salutation to the hopeful elect out there. Shalom. This your brother Thamayim, coming from the GMS Memphis camp with another lesson. And I hope this lesson will be edifying to the elect. Let's get into it. Now, this article I got right here is coming from the news break. And it's going into what Donald Trump said what would happen if he don't get elected for president. So let's get into it. Let's see what would happen if he don't get elected. It said the things that would happen if Trump is not elected according to him. It said the stakes are high this coming election day. President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris, alongside Democrats of all stripes, have repeatedly warned about the potential consequences of putting former President Donald Trump in the White House a second time. It says, as much as he tried to distance himself from the Heritage Foundation Project 2025, a 900-page blueprint for a complete overhaul of the federal government, Trump is inextricably linked to the plan. It said a second Trump president could bring about all manner of disturbance to American life. Project 2025 calls for the dissolution of the U.S. Department of Education, for abortion to ban nationwide, and for thousands of government jobs to be reclassified and filled with Trump's loyalists. But there are troubling consequences to Trump losing as well, at least according to him. Here are the things Trump, who is often abound by facts and evidence, claims will happen if American voters dare to deny him a second term. It said the quality of life is going to collapse. If Harris gets in, energy prices will skyrocket far more than even in Europe. Trump said during what will bill as a second speech on the economic policies in Asheville, North Carolina, inflation will surge into double digits in our own country, and your quality of life will absolute collapse. And right now we living in a inflation because things are high. Prices are going up. Food prices, your rent. Like people got to work 2 jobs. You got people out here even working 3 jobs. People got to move back in with their parents or have a roommate. So Donald Trump saying that if Kamala Harris be elected for president, things are going to be worse than what it already is. It's going to be a hyperinflation. Things are going to skyrocket into double digits. And that's going to bring chaos. The quality of life is going to collapse under these lunatics. Trump's went on. At another point in the same speech, Trump told the crowd, "You don't have to imagine what Harris' presidency will look like. You are living through the misery right now, except it will get worse. There will be a bloodbath for the country." It said Trump used the eyebrow-raising terms at an Ohio rally in March as he spoke about the American auto industry, a subject about which he often used categorizing, if I'm saying it right, categorizing language. He started out by pleading to impose a 100% tariff on vehicle. I think that tariff goes into taxes. So 100% taxes on vehicles and churned out by Chinese auto factories. If he not elected, he said it's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That will be the least of it, but they are they are not going to sell those cars. Damn. Trump used the bloodbath made headlines across the country due to his history of encouraging political violence. It said at a nautical campaign stop in Detroit, Trump was more straightforward. Every auto worker here will be out of a job within 3 years if I'm not elected. Every auto worker in this state, they are all going to be made in China, he told a crowd in Howell, Michigan. So you're going to have people losing their jobs. It said there would be a 1929 style market crash. So it's going to be a market crash. And we be telling you these things are going to happen. It's just you heard about Donald Trump, people like now they want to take heed. But people still invest in the stock market, knowing that it's going to crash. I want to go into this 1929 right quick. Let's see what happened. It said 1929 crash. The great crash of 1929 is mostly associated with plummeting stock prices on 2 consecutive trading days, Black Monday and Black Tuesday, October the 28th and 29th, 1929, in which Dow fell 13% and 12% repetitively. But this double whammy was only the most dramatic episode in long-term bear market. What caused it? It said, what caused the 1929 market crash? There were many causes of 1929 stock market crash, some of which include overinflated shares, growing bank loans, agricultural overproduction, panic selling, stock purchase on margins, higher interest rate, and a negative media industry. So I can see it happen over and over again. They know the stock market is going to crash. People investing in the Bitcoin and all these other stock markets, whatever. It's going to crash. And a lot of people, man, they're going to be effed up putting out their 401k money in the stock market. Man, but this is about it. I don't want to read no more. It said it was a reference to the famous economic disaster that participate the Great Depression. It said a Christian would have to vote again, which is bad. Everyone would have health care. Every one of you would be gone. Damn. It said more black jobs would be taken by immigrants. There may be no more election. So I don't need to read no more. It said the U.S. would be finished. Trump would flee to Venezuela. Maybe. So these are the things what would happen if you don't elect Donald Trump for president. If you want to read this, it's on Newsbreak. And it's the title of it, the things that would happen if Trump is not elected according to him. So let's go to some precepts. Because, man, we've been prophesying, letting you Israelites know that these things are going to happen. A great dystopia is coming to America. A lot of suffering. People losing their jobs and everything. The stock market crashing. Famine. Food shortage. Pestilence. Diseases and viruses going on. So all of this is coming to America, whether you like it or not. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Woe means destruction. Verse 15. For the sword and destruction draweth now, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. So it's going to be a civil war, a civil unrest taking place in America. And Donald Trump, he been saying it constantly. Yo, if I don't get elected for president, hey, you can be looking at a civil war. Verse 16, for there should be a sedition among men and invading one another. Let's go into this word sedition. It's sedition in a Collins dictionary. It said it was a speech, writing, or behavior intended to encourage the people to fight against or to oppose the government. And this is what Donald Trump doing. He's encouraging the people to fight against the government if he don't get elected for president. It says, stirring up a discontent, resisting, or rebellion against the government in power. And this is exactly what Donald Trump doing. And we seen a glimpse of that in, I think, 2020 or 21 or whatever, how they stormed the Capitol. You know, it's going to be a lot way worse than that, you know. So he letting the people know, if you don't vote for him, expect a civil war. Expect a sedition amongst the people. It's back in 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there should be sedition among men and invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So it's going to be in the power of the people. They ain't going to be following the laws of America. They ain't going to be listening to the government, you know, their mayors in their city. It's going to be a rebellion against the government and authorities, an uprising. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 70. It said, for there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So you're going to have people coming against the men of the Lord because we speaking the truth. And Esau like to paint their narrative as we the enemy. We the reason why all these things happen. That's another thing we seen back when that COVID had hit. Are they the reason why it's spreading? Because they not taking a jump shot. Whole time, the ones who took the jump shot, they was the one that's spreading it. So Esau know how to turn the narrative and make himself look like the hero and we the enemy. So you're going to have people coming against the men of the Lord, trying to put us to death. Let me get this in the GNT. It's 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 70 in the GNT. It said, in many places near the cities, there will be a violent persecution against those who fear the Lord. So you're going to have people trying to put the men of the Lord to death. Family members betraying, you know, the men of the Lord. Agents and spies amongst us. I'm going to end it off in this Matthew 12, I think it's 25. And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to a desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And we seeing this kingdom is being divided more and more until it's going to be brought to a desolation. And this is how Rome was divided, you know, through inflation, through diseases. You know, the government was corrupted. So America is falling back in that same lot. You know, letting you know this is Rome all over again. This is Rome 2.0. So it's not going to be able to stand much longer. Verse 26. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So we're seeing Esau going against Esau because, you know, that Russian president Putin, he don't like America. So we seeing Esau going against Esau, Satan going against Satan. How much longer can America stand? So all this is prophecy, you know. America ain't got that much long. So I hope this lesson was edifying to the elect. Hey, shalom.